So you just put a URL in this URL field where you uploaded your media file.
Okay.
And then you click this verify button, and then it's going to detect the file size and duration for you.
Okay.
And then these are advanced settings. I can put an embed code if I was doing video.
Yeah.
I already posted up to YouTube. I
Right.
take the embed code and put that there.
Oh, okay.
And then I can also even customize my iTunes summary or subtitles.
That's awesome.
I usually don't have this enabled, but I enabled it for the show.
Right.
Just to demonstrate those fields. So, and then everything else is just like blogging.
Yeah, it's standard field. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask. I mean, with in terms of like, I'm the administrator, everybody's the contributors, and so their access to like all the different things is somewhat limited. If you're a contributor on something like this, would you be able to still have access to this plugin? You know, the podcast. I'd have to kind of say.
It depends on you.
So I'd have to designate it. I'd have to say every contributor has access to the.
Well, by default, anybody who can edit a post can do a podcast.
Okay.
But if you wanted to control that more granular,
right?
We in our tools page. Let me get into there. You can add a new capability. It's called roles and capabilities in WordPress.
Right.
And this will add a new capability called podcasting to the blog, and then you can control then which users can write blog posts and create a podcast, which ones can't.
I hate to be so. Everybody so far seems like really up to being able to pull it off and like worthwhile and stuff. So but yeah. I mean, that's nice to have just in case. But
well, if that doesn't matter, you ignore that.
Yeah.
But it came up because actually our CEO has a blog where he has other people creating content.
Right.
He doesn't want them to create podcasts.
Okay. So, that's good.
Settings are pretty straightforward.
Let me ask you this. Okay, somebody does a podcast, somebody does a video, they put it up. What happens in this case, because, administrator, I'm sitting there looking at it, and you have to sit there, it's pending and so forth, you approve it or not.
Right.
What happens if you approve the written content, but in fact the video and the audio, the podcast is not really appropriate for the site or something like that? Are you selective about, or does it enable you to sort of approve the content but exclude the video and
when you approve a post, you're approving everything.
You're approving everything.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'd have to work that out.
That would be a bit more confusing. Because you would if you wanted to do that, then you'd also want to be able to approve only the tags, only the categories, all that. It would be really complicated.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great, man. It sounds good. So it's what's the site here? Let's see.
Well, this is my blog.
Oh, okay.
If you're looking for it, it's available on. It's available at blubrry.com/powerpress, and then you can also install it from WordPress.org. Here, I'll load that up, and this is its profile on WordPress.org.
That's what we're using, WordPress.org. So okay, that sounds ideal, like ridiculously ideal. I hate to ask, how much is it like to do it?
This is a free plugin.
It's a free plugin.
It's on WordPress.org. It's an open source.
Holy cow!
I forget where they're at now. Last time I looked, there was about 65,000 plugins or 6,500 plugins. So they're almost at 7,000 plugins, and they're all open source. They all have to abide by the same GPL license. But the plugin is free. Our services tie into it.
Right.
So if you decide you want to start using our statistics service, then you can sign up, and then that's how we make money from it.
I see.
People to use our service.
I see. Okay, so I do the statistics service. Interesting.
And we also have media hosting.
Okay.
Some people, their shows aren't that popular, so they're not getting a lot of traffic, so they can host it on their own server, fine. But some people grow out where they can't handle the bandwidth on one server.
Right.
That's where a company like ours comes in.
Hopefully we will be paying you money, because thereby we will be growing our site. Such a great user base that we'll do that. Okay, well that sounds great. Yeah, Blubrry. That's the first I've heard of this, so I think that's something we're going to do.
Yeah, and actually I loaded up my stats so you can see how we break things down as far as show information. So you can get overall distribution. You can figure out how many podcatchers versus websites, browsers, and then you can also figure out, operating systems, and then clients. And of course, iTunes has always been king, still is. But there's also Zune Marketplace, and just the regular web browsers are pretty popular.
Right.
I figured you'd appreciate that.
All right. Well, and I guess if we load it up and we have any questions, you guys have like customer service and things like that.
We're on Twitter too.
And you guys do like I don't know. It's like I feel like we're like such an aggressive, building out such a software, programs and plugins and so forth. I feel like you compensate the people that build it out. As it's just another software product. I mean, you guys, what do you guys encourage? Is it kind of a donation or compensation for something like that, or is it just
use it, support it, and, and actually once you have the plugin installed, after a couple of weeks there'll be a place where you ask for support, and we're not asking for money. We just go to WordPress.org, give us 5 stars, tweet about it, blog about it, take screenshots, and brag about how you like the plugin. That's all about getting our brand out there.
Good, yeah. No, it's good. We'll probably be one of the people that help you. Yeah, it's great, man. All right. My name's Chris Franklin. Yeah, great. Thanks for your help, man.